That's wrong tablet. That's wrong area. Where's my Q&A room? Oh, there it is. Ha! There we go. Got it. Anyways, hello to everyone once again. It is I, Jomo Nafuda, back at it once more with another VoteFairy promo stream. Because, as the current tale goes, there is only about, I would say, less than 2 days left on the Touhou popularity poll. So what better time to go and take advantage of the lacking of said time than to go and promote VoteFairy once more. How do I do that with such a tiny audience, you dare ask? Well, the easy answer is making fairy propaganda for the last minute, last second fairy propaganda in order to go and push the initiative of VoteFairy. I would grab the little tiny thing up at the top. Can I grab it? No, I don't even know what I'm grabbing. But yes, to go and promote VoteFairy. Anyways, hello there once again. How are we doing in the audience? I see Con Artiste is here, and Girardi Gaming. Sark is here. Here I am choking on water. My sinus infection is pretty much gone from last time. Last time I had sinus infection was really bad. And then I was going to stream Monday, but then a gigantic dust storm came through and killed my internet temporarily. I was just like, I don't think I'm going to deal with that. Nature is fighting against my will to stream. And then I was tired yesterday because I had a long day in a car without AC. Oh, God, I'm choking on my water now. Watch, I'm going to frickin' die on stream or something like that. But generally, in short, where are we at right now? Where are we at? VoteFairy is on the cusp of its twilight days, which means that we need to push more VoteFairy. We're making a propaganda poster, Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part, Tipsy. You know, that doesn't sound too bad. I was initially thinking of Tipsy handing out flyers that promote VoteFairy, but you push a very good idea in my head, Con Artiste. Why do you not have an AC in your car? Oh, I have an AC in my car. My company car AC does not. My company car's AC does not work. So normally I'm driving my boss's car to go and do like miscellaneous tasks and deliveries and stuff. So that's the current Joe Toon lore that you could go and get from me. Also, it's funny, every time when I drive the car that doesn't have AC, it always gets up to like 118 degrees outside. I just find it a funny coincidence. Stupid company property. Yes, indeed. Stupid company property that the company does not feel like fixing and or making better for the workers that have to go and use it and bear the brunt of using it. All right. You have a Futurama job? No, I do not. I just have a job where I suffer. But anyways, let us change screens. Let's go and move some things around here. I want OBS right here. I want this screen to be smaller. I'm going to put you on loop. I'm going to turn my music down just a bit. There we go. Let me go and hop into MS Paint, because obviously we got to make everything inside MS Paint. Switching to the tablet. Oh, it looks like we're a little bit accommodated over on screen space, or not under accommodated on screen space. I'll move some things around. I'll put Lemontini over here under the VoteFairy. I'll make her small. There you go. Okay, so let's see. Con Artist wanted me to draw something from Starship Troopers, but what is it? But VoteFairy. Yes. Jotun, I love you. Damn, that's deep. That's deep, Girardi gave me. Then again, you are the what do you say? The arbiter of positivity on the Discord. Now, I see a lot of the common folk inside the chat today. I was going to go and share a link to the popularity poll, but I got a strong feeling that pretty much everyone here inside the chat, all 5 of you, have already voted. All 5 of you have already voted for whatever VoteFairy entails. And everyone already knows about what the popularity poll is. In short, to go redefine what the popularity poll is just where you go and vote for your favorite Touhou character. In my case, it's a Touhou fairy. But generally, well, actually, I don't even think I have to say well. I'm going to be looking for a poster. So let's see, Starship Troopers poster. Let's see. We got anything of the, like, doing my part? Doing my part. Come on. Part. I should probably scroll this down onto the bottom screen. Here, there we go. Jotun's gonna draw Tipsy as Starship Troopers bug. Yes, draw Tipsy as bug. Let's see. Oh, why did my music stop? My music stopped. Why did... Oh, okay. I was like, why did my music stop? My music that's provided by, well, technically provided by, someone 45,356. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, no. I misclicked. I'm having breathing problems today for some reason, and I don't know why. But this, right here, this kid saying, I'm doing my part, Starship Troopers bug extermination gameplay review. Wait, what? But this is a good reference. I will save this. Save image as WebP file. Oh, curse you. Curse you and your WebP files. But, you know what? It's a good one, but it's not very descriptive of fairy, I guess. I mean, there is the Uncle Sam pointing at you. Stop for the Federation Terrain Federation. Cerno is the smartest fairy? Maybe. You never know. You never know. But I haven't chose other characters because I'm lazy. Sonny, you haven't voted yet? Damn, that's deep. You know, Japanese style. Your hentai looks... What? Your hentai looks great. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Bro, you're tripping balls. I'm not really... you know what? I'm looking at this stuff. I'm not really getting a feel off of what I'm looking at. I need fairy propaganda. But I think the easiest way to go and do that is to probably draw, like, fairies... What do you say? Let's go... You know, instead of sitting on my hands, it's best to go and just actually get to drawing. Whoever invented the WebP deserves a pressure cooker. Yes, they deserve to be sat in the pressure cooker and steam. They deserve to lose 30 pounds in the pressure cooker. Already vote, like, start the vote. Oh, okay. You were just undecisive on it. Got it. You know what? Maybe if I draw, like, a bunch of, like, you watch, here's an idea. If I do this, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, because MS Paint's kind of derpy sometimes. Alright, so imagine I do this. I do, like... So I did, like, the 3 fairies in the initial VoteFairy poster. I'll show you the VoteFairy poster. Where's my VoteFairy poster? Where are you at? There you are. So I go and throw this in here. So if we look at the initial VoteFairy poster, we have these 3 fairies trying to go and support VoteFairy. I think what I should do is draw these 3 fairies again, but they're all doing the thumbs up, and then they could say I'm doing my part. That way it's that way we get more like the Starship Troopers kind of feel. And all 3 of them are carrying their flowers like guns. The guy doesn't understand the reference in his own video. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not a hentai guy. Fake fan. I'm a fake fan of myself. Jesus Christ, that's meta. That's some meta depression. Anyway, I'm gonna cover that fairy. That fairy's getting smushed. Smush like boog. I'm doing my part. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So watch. So this is what I got. Can they be wearing the dumb helmet too? I don't think the helmet will work. But generally this is what I'm thinking. So, wait a second. Got my chest hurting for some reason. Probably because I'm full of anxiety. Anxiety to draw a fairy. That's what it is. Alright, here we go. So, I go and draw a neck. You're going to be, like, facing this way towards the screen. It's kind of like my tipsy thumbs up emote that for you people that are on the Discord, you know exactly what I'm referring to, but it's going to be, like, slightly higher quality. I mean, if you want the dumb helmet, I guess they could be holding it inside their arm like this, like the kid. But let's go and get the formalities down first, shall we? Framing is always important. Even though framing is highly disposable, it's always important to go and get your framing down. In the meantime, I'm also doing a redraw of Tipsy. I might do that afterwards, but a redraw of Tipsy, updating her design to how I currently draw her, which is pretty much on how you see her right now. I mean, inside that little corner. If we compare her to her initial debut poster that I made of her, like 2 years ago at this point, yeah, she doesn't match up with how she currently looks, so I need to update that. So that'll be something for a different stream. Maybe a future stream. It'll be maybe like a drawing philosophy stream or something like that, I don't know. But I'm thinking like this. Even though I already have Lemontini doing that, man, I'm not sure now. I'm not sure. Well, actually, no, let me go and check this kid that I saved, the image. Well, he's not really doing a thumbs up. He is holding the helmet, though. He is holding the helmet. I placed the fairy as my #1 vote, so they could get 3 points. Nice! Nice! I was just gonna say, the helmet, only on the fairy that doesn't have a bow. The one in the red dress. I could do that. I think, how it could be is that one... You know, I'll go and get the body. I'll get the body down first, so we can go and organize everything afterwards. So, I'm going to go and axe the arm for right now. Cut that. Where's my cut? There we go. Let's go and shift. Because normally in, like, propaganda posters, everything has to fall under some kind of form of unity. I know, we're talking about propaganda posters here. I mean, I was doing a research on, like, Soviet propaganda, because... It's very fun to look at Soviet propaganda, even though I'm not a communist. It's very not... They have, like, this type of physique where everyone has, like, that form of unity and the exact same design. It's almost as if they were copy-pasted. But that's what I'm planning on doing today. We're copy-pasting fairies in order to go and form a sign of unity amongst fairy. The Fae folk, they are uniting in order to go and affront the totalitarian landscape that is Reimu and Marissa. Tip it to fairy propaganda. Those damn fairies, they come a fairy. Alright, so I'm just going to get the body shape down of what I'm going to be going off of. Because I don't think I'm going to be needing the full torso. Probably just only, like, the top part. So we can see, like, some of the skirt. Let's see. just your standard of drawing a frame. I've done this a couple hundred times already, I feel, on stream, even though I've probably only done it about 20 times, but it feels like 100 times. Once you do it like a certain amount of times, I hope that people actually understand. And I actually also do hope at the same time that people are learning while I am drawing that, like, on how to, well, draw, I guess. Teaching other people how to draw in order to ensure that people can actually create things themselves instead of having to rely on others, whether it be AI or having to go and squander money in order to go and pay a commission artist. I mean, yeah, sure, that sounds controversial because I myself am a commission artist. And yes, I do like the money that I get. I mean, some people, they just like to go and pay and support artists. But as for individual people themselves, I find it best that sometimes you should experiment with your own personal creativity and create things yourself. Because sometimes, even if you are not the best at drawing, it's best to go and draw a little bit. Because then, if you still want to go and pay a commission artist to go and do that artwork for you and improve on it, then you could go and draw it yourself and then hand it off to the artist, and the artist can understand it better. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here, or am I sounding like an idiot? Because I don't want to come off by saying, like, never commission artists. No, that's not what I'm going for. I'm just saying that people should be able to draw for themselves. Yes, double yes. Because, yeah, I draw my own little weirdos, even though I know I'm not that great, yeah. I kind of zoned out, so yes, you made sense. Okay, good. I don't know what you were saying. Aw, man. But, yeah, generally that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that at least have a little bit of the skill. That way you know what you're talking about and what you want to accomplish, and that way you can go and express your internal sense of thought. Alright, so we got one fairy, we got two fairy. I need to I'll make the fairy in the middle the smallest. Decrease this woman's height even further. There we go. When you're resizing characters, sometimes it's best to go and remove the head, because the head can stay a consistent size. Helps the consistency. Copy. Pasta. Alright. And then we'll put this fairy will be slightly smaller because Tipsy's pretty tall herself, so. I say a little bit smaller. Like the medium height. Alright. And then after we're done with this, we'll go and rearrange them so they're like slightly overlapping each other. Like this. You'll see what I mean. Here, I'll move one over so I could go and do a simple Control-Z afterwards, but like this. Something kind of like that, where they're all like lined up, and they're all like, I'm doing my part, I did my part, I voted fairy. Did you vote fairy? There's still time left to vote fairy, that kind of a deal. Also, your bad drawings may end up in a popular gaming series like in Tokyo Odyssey. Anyways, mute. What? Why am I getting muted? You're muting the streamer. How dare you? I say as I commission my friend to draw things. Lol. I didn't start making my own models for VR chat though, and I'm very proud of the Daiusi I cooked up. That's good. I mean, truly, my personal philosophy of commissioning an artist, granted, it's a very, how do I explain it? I guess a unique mindset, because granted, con artists, your mindset makes sense. Mine probably doesn't, but it's, you commission people because they're your friends, and that's always good. It's always good to go and go and pay your friends to go and do art for you. I mean, it's like an easy way of accessibility to getting what you want, what you need. The artist already understands your preferences and what you expect inside a work. Me, since it's going to sound boastful, since I can already draw myself, I normally don't commission artists because I can normally make a majority of the stuff that I need, unless if it's something that I can't make or if it's a style that I particularly like from an artist that I highly respect. I would pay for that. Like, for example, yeah, honestly, should learn 3D. My characters would probably look better than that. Yeah, you see, if I needed like a 3D model of Tipsy, or 3D model of, so say, myself, if I wanted to go make like a 3D, or even a VTuber rig, I would commission someone to go and make that because I do not possess the ability or patience or time to go and make said rig or model. Like, for example, like if I were to make a 2D VTuber model, I would make all the segments and portions and parts for it and then give it to a professional rigger artist to go and compose the rig together to go and build my VTuber model. That's what I would do. Even if it was like a 3D Tipsy VTuber, that one would be more like I would just commission the entire thing. I would just commission the entire thing because I'm not good at 3D. I am not good at 3D. That is not my forte. I am a 2D man. I know some Blender, but I'm not going to go and just hop in and say I'm a professional 3D modeler. 3D modeling's my passion and make myself a VTubing model. That homie don't play that. Homie don't play that. Because homie can't play. Homie can't. I think what I'll do is I'll go and do the Tipsy thumbs up right here. But the other girls, I think what I should do with the other girls, I think maybe have them hold the flower like this over the shoulder. Have two fairies hold the flower over the shoulder. And then with the power stance. Hologram Tipsy VTuber win. 4D Tipsy VTuber win. Jeez. People really want a Tipsy VTuber. Too bad you'll never get one. You'll probably get a VTuber model of me. If I would ever get a Tipsy VTuber, I'd probably get like an actual like living, breathing woman to do a VTuber of a Tipsy. Because I don't want to see my voice coming out of Tipsy, if that sounds right. Speaking of 3D Tipsy, I did have an idea one day to attempt to make a Tipsy model for VR chat. Did want to ask you for permission first, though. Would be quite a bit before I do. Now, here's the thing. There is an actual 3D Tipsy model that does exist. I did not commission it. It was made by a fan. I think it's the individual's name is Koyose. Koyose the Luck Fairy created it. In fact, here, let me go and look up the images. I have the images inside my Tipsy collection folder. Where is it at? I have them saved. Here we go. I'll go and post it on screen. This model, I believe, is free and accessible. Don't quote me on that, but here's what it looks like. And so this. I did not, like I said, I did not commission this. This was made just because this individual, Koyose, really liked Tipsy. So I'll put her A posing over this fairy. There we go. She'll be right up here. A posing. She's asserting her dominance over the other small fairy. OMG 3D Tippy. Look at the Tippy. Yep. And here's another one. Here's another one just for funsies. There you go. This is it posing. So it is posable. It can move. So she does have the eyes, the special eyes. So the great A pose. Yes, the great A pose of the great fairy known as the Tippy. In fact, I just realized I might have made these characters' bodies a little bit too proportioned, but that's okay. We can mess with that. We can mess with it. I just need to thin them out. Thin them out. All right. You know what? Wait. Maybe if I switch hands. Just get rid of that. Actually, wait. I could probably control Z all this. There we go. Get rid of it. Get rid of all of it. Yep, there we go. Alright. Just gonna reposition her hand until it looks right. It's almost like they're holding guns, but they're not. They're holding the big old flowers that fairies are known for holding. But I also need to be considerate on the positioning of said flower. So I don't want them to cover each other too much. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Wow! Ah, good old, what do you say? Good old MS Paint. Tippy is the ultimate life form. This is Tipsy being roamed by Ubame. Berber, papatin, tung tung, sahur. Brain rot detected. Eliminate try. What? What? What was Tippy doing during the Great Fairy Wars? I don't know, probably being in the way. Probably being in the way and getting annihilated by Cerno. What do you say? Should I do a thumbs up for Tipsy, or should I like place the hand on her hip? In the meantime, I'll get to starting on Lemontini. So Lemontini will have the exact same type of posture and pose, except I think Lemontini will probably have what do you say? Same formality, different, but kind of nothing special going on with her. She's just Lemontini. She teeny, she lemon. Tipsy here in Spanish, please. Thumbs up. Bro wants a thumbs up from Tipsy. Gotcha. You know what? I think a Tipsy thumbs up should be good, because that does show like a compliance of saying I did my part. I'm good. I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I donated my time, my presence, my thoughts to the cause of supporting fairy. All right, we'll do that, and Lemontini will have the power pose in. She'll have the hand on the hip. Tipsy doing a Tambien Goku pose. What? Tambien Goku pose. Alright, so let's go and redo this arm then. I think like a strong thumbs up should do it. So like this, where the hand wraps around. It's like, I'm doing it in person. You guys can't see me. I am an idiot. Jesus Christ. Gotta raise that higher. Gotta up those numbers. Rookie numbers. Go higher. Yeah, there you go. I gotta be careful on how big I make the thumb, because I don't want to throw off the scale of the hand. You look weird. There we go. There we go. Now she got that strong thumbs up. Normally you get a regular thumbs up, but this is like a strong thumbs up where she's flexing off. She's showing her valor. She's owning it. She's slaying. Girl power. Oh, okay, that's enough. That's enough before I get axed. I gotta reposition her torso a little bit. It's a little bit on the long side. Let me see. I wonder if there is a GIF where Tipsy gets her hair blown up like that one GIF of Kaguya. The most that I got of that ever existing is, let's see. This. I do have this. This is an extremely cursed image, and I have no clue where it came from, but I think Kappas made this. I think this might have been made by Kappas. But this. Yes. Look at that. Look how cursed this is. Only Kappas makes the most cursed shit. If you expect cursed things to be made, just expect that the cap that clap back will be the one to go and do it. Jeez. Anyways. Let me see. Alright, so we got Lemontini. Next is going to be the generic fairy. And the generic fairy will be wearing the dumb helmet like what Con Artist wanted. The big dumb... Now, Con, so you want the... Oh, can we have that as a Discord? No. No, it's too cursed. It's too cursed. We already have the tip up close. I think this is good. I think tip up close is good enough. I don't think we need any cursed tippy stickers. Of course it had to be Kappas, yes. But, so, Con, so you want the helmet in the hand, like this, or do you want the helmet, like, on the head? You said I think you said you wanted the helmet on the head. I just need to go and get it right. I want to get it right. I don't want to get it wrong. Because if I get it wrong, then I'm a bad man. I don't truly support Fairy, because I don't listen to my supporters. Let's see. In the meantime, I'm going to be replicating the teeny pose. Either could work, to be honest. Alright, I could put the helmet inside the hand. We'll see how it looks when I do the framing. This is going to be a long one, because we're drawing 3 characters. We already know how long it takes for me to draw even one. I have like an aneurysm just trying to draw one. Let's see, index finger is going to go on this top section right here. Not going to be able to go and see any real other fingers. There we go. I mean, I could always make it like one of the helmets from Mountain of Faith that the soldier fairies wear. It looks kind of like this. It's like a World War I helmet, but not really. It's like a flat helmet. Goes like this, but has cat ears on it. That'd be funny to do, but I don't think it would work inside this context because it's like a round helmet. Alright, let's get started on our fairies. So first things first, let's draw the Tippy Tip, because that should be the easiest character to draw since I draw her so often. Totally do not need a reference. Looks up at reference. Looks up at reference again. Takes a winky little peek at the reference. Totally cannot draw Tipsy. Maybe I need to make the heads bigger. Giant head. Doughboy helmet? Yeah, pretty much. Ballin'. That cat ear helmet is just Nico from One Shot Wears. I mean, here's the helmet. Here, let me go and look at the fairy folder. I got a fairy folder. But where is the fairy folder? There it is. Fairy folder, and I need my Touhou 10 fairies. There we go. So if I go and bring this on the screen, you can see how they're really tiny, but generally this is what we're looking at. You see that? This helmet that they're wearing? These are what the fairies from Touhou 10 wear. These soldier fairies. And they carry big-ass swords, too. Look at that. Look at that. They're carrying the same type of sword that Momiji uses. Momji! Fire. Yes. You know what? I'm going to leave these fairies up here. Pollute the screen with fairy. Yes. Because this is the VoteFairy stream. Did you not know? Did you not know that? Alright. Let me see. Get some things together. We use this one. Let us continue. Let us continue in drawing our generic Touhou fairies. We love our generic Touhou fairies here on this stream. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna get this. Draw the hand. Get that index finger. Move the thumb forward a little bit. There we go. Okina, what was Okina hat. Okina Valkyrie helmet. Are those cat ears or are they horns like a Viking? Oh no, there aren't. Yes, the fairies. They were weaponized fairies. Militarized fairies, the most dangerous thing you could possibly ever deal with. They ain't playing no pranks anymore. They're done playing pranks. They're committing war crimes now. Let's see. I think they are peaks, like World War II helmets. Peaks? Ruling Gensokyo isn't fun, though. Oh no, there aren't. Fairies could take over Gensokyo with their numbers and immortality, but they're too dumb to do it. True! True! They're too dumb to do it, and I don't think Okina would allow that to happen. Okina would see the fairies and just say, Ugh. Fairies. My enemies. Ah, so disgusting. They need to be neutralized and turned to the crystals. Shut up, Kappas. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't vote fairy. Nonsense. You cannot stop them, Kappas. I'm too far in. It's too late. Some of these people have already voted fairy. You cannot stop me. Let's see. Let's go and fix this skirt. Get started on the skirt. Let's see. Let's go and get the squigglies on. Get the squigglies. Get the severance showing that the different sections of the skirt. There we go. And we'll just crop out the bottom with a little triangle to go and make sure it's a closed shape. I voted fairy instead of Marissa. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. We're going back in time to get vote fairy off the menu. Hop in, boys. We're time traveling to go and fight the vote fairy initiative. Oh, man. It's like the vote fairy thing goes so deep. It's like all suddenly now it's like some kind of secret government cabal and the CIA and the ATF are involved. Get all these 3-number organizations in here. Get them all in here. Bring in the CIA. Bring in the FBI. Bring in the ATF. The EPA. The CDC. What other random organizations? The ADL. Yeah, bring them all in. We want to stop the cabal. That is the Vote Fairy Initiative. The Cancer Society. Meanwhile, here I am, the supervillain behind it all. I'm evil. I voted fairy and I convinced other people to do so. Let's black that out. The IRS! Yes, get the IRS in there too. I forgot about them. Thank you for reminding me. Dep Cosme. Get the KGB in here, the BBC, the NBC, the ABC, the CNNs. Get them all in here. There's a psychotic Filipino man that really wants people to go and vote fairy. I don't know what's up with him. Get the end of the stick right there. Curl it around. I curled it way too much. There's way too much. There we go. No. I got it. All right. I might need to reposition this arm more. Maybe I'll just stick with the frame. Sometimes I want to go beyond the frame. It's kind of like trying to go and color beyond the lines. I don't color within the lines. I color outside the lines to get outside the box. But sometimes you need to stay inside the box. The box is safe, comfortable. But is it rigid enough to contain me? Nonsense. My hair is going everywhere. It makes me feel like I'm going crazy. I'm consuming crazy pills. There you go. Alright, let's go and change blue. Let's go and get that hair down. Let's get that hairdo. Get that fairy hair. If you want to see your family again, VoteFairy. That's a very threatening way to vote fairy. Jeez. I believe in the total annihilation of yokai kind. Oh no. What are you, a Reimu supporter? I believe I'm fairy supremacy. Send them all to the moon and see how long it'll take for the Lunarians to beg Ginsokyo for help. Oh no. What the hell just happened right here? There's an explosion of creativity! I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit. Vote Fox and Kaneko. Why would you vote for a fox? Tell me. Why would you vote for a foxu? Why? 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 Why would you do such a thing? The fox is cute. You have a point, but why? The Scarlet Devil Mansion wouldn't last a day without fairy mates. True. True and real. True and real. We got facts being spat out here. Also, if I want to wipe the yokai, might as well go full boarding with the group of Iowa-class battleships. How are you going to fit battleships into Gensokyo? Explain to me. Where are you going to put the battleships? Where are they gonna go? There's only the lake, and the lake ain't that deep. The battleships are gonna get marred. They're gonna get quagmired. Favorite bit out of Touhou 20 was Lunarians not being able to get past Noreko because they couldn't solve her riddles. Put them in a misty lake. There are two foxes. Which one do I vote for? I'd vote for Ron because Tsukasa is evil. She may be the new queen of smug, but do not trust her. She is a. What do you say? A sneaky fox, a shifty fox. Shifty, sneaky, smug. Terrible combination. Terrible. I'm gonna fix this. No, come on, come on. Come on! along now. Yes. Who cares? Gonna do it gamer style in the Sanazu River. I think the Sanazu River is like behind the mountain, so you're not gonna claim that much territory. That's like behind Yokai Mountain. Put them in a Misty Lake. I mean, you're only like, and then also an Iowa class battleship. That's like way too damn large. You probably need to go with like a Japanese style, like the battleships that existed during the Russo-Japanese War. Those ones are small enough that you could fit inside a river. Like, probably, like, because they're practically just modified steamboats. Was it, like, steam cruisers? But, with guns on them. But what I'm saying is that you'd probably have to go with a smaller battleship if you want to even, like, figure out how to get a freaking battleship into Gensokyo in the first place. Then also, the Kappa are a thing, and they'll most likely steal your technology or something like that. Bro, just drive your ship on land. It ain't hard. Yes, we're land forging now. We're doing that insane tactic of bringing your boat out of land and then just having a bunch of your sailors move it manually by hand. Manpower! Yes. Let's see, where's her hair going? Don't mind me, I'm locking in. I'm locking in. Let me see. Hair. Gotta get that split right there. I'll need to simulate the split on that side. There we go. We got our tippy. We got our tippy forming up right here. The one used by Marasa. Oh, you're talking about the Palanquin. The Palanquin, the Holy Palanquin. You gotta steal it from Marasa first. Not an easy feat. Not an easy feat. Then again, also, Marasa's ship, from what I recall, is not a gunboat or a battleship. It's a cargo ship. So, I mean, then again, you can't always just turn a cargo ship into a gunship if you really wanted to. Then also, you'd have to go and steal... You'd have to steal Marasa as well. It's a dreadnought or something. A semi-dreadnought. Okay. Remy calls the pool inside the mansion a sea. Does that count? Spawn your boat inside the SDM, yes. And then blow up the SDM. Because it's tradition that the SDM must blow up in every Touhou Doujinshi. Gotta get her bow right. Just gonna move it. Just a little bit, just a touch. I don't think I need this. There we go. One side is good enough. It shows that the head is at a certain direction. Alright, let's go and pre-save this. I will save this to... I'll just save it right here. It'll be an untitled project right now. It's untitled. Super secret. I don't like the shape of the bow, though. The shape of the bow throws me off. It throws me off. But at least I can save now. Better. Alright. Alright. That is our tipsy. I'll go back and put the rest of the flour in afterwards. I'm just going to move her aside for right now. She'll go over here. I will not remove the frame just yet, because I want to just do a blast through of everyone. The creature's being summoned! Gonna keep that tradition. Can we steal Byakuran's temple and use that? Yeah, steal the Myoran temple, yes. How are we gonna steal it? We need the power to transform it back into the Palanquin. Untitled 99. Yes. Marry into ownership and then get into a divorce. Wait, are you trying to go and weaponize the marital system inside the United States in order to gain power over Byakuran's ship? You genius! Do you think Cerno would be happy in Canada since it's very cold there? Maybe. I think she'd be fine in Canada. But though I think she'd rather prefer Alaska. Alaska's better. Even though Alaska, I have problems with Alaska, the state of Alaska. You wanna know why I have problems with the state of Alaska? Everything's super expensive there. In Alaska, like, everything is like 2 times, if not 3 times the price of what it should be. Like, for example, I was watching this, Travel Channel video with my mom, because she likes to watch, like, a lot of Travel Channel stuff. Like, traveling YouTubers. And this guy, he went to Alaska to go and see what it's like in Alaska. And he went to go and buy sushi. Like, you know, like your standard tamaki rolls, generic ass tamaki rolls. You know, like we're talking like cucumber, crab, and a touch of mayonnaise and rice wrapped in seaweed. 6 pieces, $28. I'm flabbergasted. So expensive. And then he bought fried rice. And it was like a small bowl of fried rice. And by the way, he's at a Japanese food restaurant in Alaska. I don't know why. You think that you go to like an American food restaurant in Alaska, but he decided to go and get Japanese food. But the fried rice, it's fried rice, so it can't be that expensive, right? It was $14 to $15. It was so expensive. I'm like, why? Why is everything so expensive in Alaska? And the gas prices were like $8 a gallon. Hell on earth is Alaska. It's so expensive. It's just because everything's so far away. But would Cerno enjoy it in Alaska? I think she would, because she's broke. Cerno's a fairy, so she doesn't necessarily need to go and survive on food. And she doesn't necessarily need to worry about freezing to death. So yeah, she'd be perfectly fine in Alaska. And Canada, too. Let's draw a lemon teeny. Get that lemon teeny in here. Snow. Yes, snow. My pen went to the back rooms again. Oh no, you lost your pen. Well, I hope you find your pen in the back rooms. Just don't get lost in the back rooms yourself. That would be no good. It'd be no good to lose a fellow chatter in the back rooms. But if you do go to the back rooms, make sure you take lots of photos and record, and then post it on YouTube. You get big views. Snow. It's like that in northern Canada too. Oh man. Would the Eye of Raw Tipsy drive an 8086? Cerno would steal food? Yes, she would. I'm very sure that's probably. I'm very sure she steals food from a human village already. What? So would the Eye of Raw Tipsy drive an 8086? I'm not quite sure with the lack of depth perception. I don't even think regular Tipsy would be able to drive an 8086. She's too small, and I don't think she'd be able to hit the clutch. She'd be like one of those types of like small Asian women that would need to go and like crank their seat all the way up to the front, and just so they can go and reach the clutch. Let's see. Cerno would steal. Okay, I already read that. I read that already. Me, I'm just trying to go and compose my lemon teeny together. I'm sure that everyone here already knows who Lemon Teeny is. And I hope that you people continue to understand who Lemon Teeny is. She is a reoccurring, but I feel like she is kind of here to stay on this mortal coil or stream. If streaming is the mortal coil, then I die every time the stream dies. I don't think I want to pose it as that. That's kind of morbid. I mean, that one A86 from your reach. Oh, you're talking about that one? Yeah, that one would work. That one would work. Lemon Teeny is deep lore. Yeah, she is deep lore. She is part of the Touhou iceberg. Lemon Teeny is part of the Touhou iceberg. Gartic Phone Diusi is part of the Touhou iceberg. If you know too much. I'm just saying. Let me see. Let me go and reorganize things. There we go. There we go. We got that fist. Strong fist for strong fairy. I hope everyone's day is awesome. That's good. I hope your day is awesome too, fellow chatter. My day was okay. It had some bumps in it, but perfectly fine. I had to deal with the a stupid coworker at work. It's nothing biggie. The best way that I could go and sum up the story is that, have you ever had a situation where you're trying to help someone do something but yet they just can't do it by themselves because for some reason they just have an inability to go and learn. It's very infuriating, and I don't feel like helping those types of people. I don't like helping people that don't like helping themselves because it's part of a learning experience. If you can't help yourself, why should I help you? Especially if I'm trying to help you right now. I feel like I want to vomit my breakfast. Please don't vomit. Vomiting's bad. It can damage your teeth, and it can damage your esophagus if you vomit too much. I had that happen recently when I had food poisoning, and it damaged my teeth, the back of them, and it also managed to damage a filling that I have in my mouth. Very bad. So don't vomit up your breakfast. Take like a Tums or something like that. Duh. Teeny, the one that hangs out with Sunny Milk and Sunny Milk and Planty Milk. Okay. I'm making her skirt too big. It only needs to fan out a little. Sometimes you need to measure and limit yourself to how much you do. Or at least when it comes to sticking to a certain character design. September 1st. Well, September 1st, yes, Cerno month is coming up. Just as a subtle advertisement for the more important fairy that we must not mention. But yeah, we already did it like a couple of times and a billion times. Might as well go and say it's Cerno month. Am I right? Am I right, chat? I think I am right. Unfortunately, it's Cerno month. And then Cerno Day comes up. I don't know what I'm going to do for Cerno Day. I really don't know. But I think I might... I guess I might stream for Cerno Day and we'll just do Cerno doodles. It'll be a Cerno doodle day. Even though I'm sick of drawing Cerno. I'm sick of Cerno. I've drawn too much Cerno. These past 2 years has been nothing but Cerno focused. You love Cerno? I'm glad you love Cerno. I like Cerno. But I feel like I'm drawing Cerno too much. And here I am, I'm going to be drawing more Cerno. Just have an entire stream dedicated to drawing Cerno. Why? Because it's Cerno Day, and it only makes sense. Not generally because it's just like, I'm a Cerno fan, but because it makes sense to draw Cerno. You must do what the Romans do. And you're part of the Touhou fandom, you must do what the Romans do, and the Romans want you to draw Cerno. Taking over the Parthenon. In Cerno Day, I beat the hell out of her in all games where you could hurt her. I mean, that would make sense. I guess maybe playing Great Fairy War would be a good thing to do that day. But I don't have a copy of Fairy Wars, so I guess I'd have to go and make a trip to the Moira Shrine in order to go and get the Fairy Wars in my PC. In my PC. In my console. Legally. Of course. And now I think about it, Fairy Wars is in a different art style from the rest of the Touhou franchise because it was Zune commissioned an artist to go and do that game. So I wonder if the game sprites are different. I don't think I've ever watched any gameplay of Fairy Wars, but I know the plot of Fairy Wars. plot's simple. If I remember, the three mischievous fairies blow up Cerno's house. So Cerno gets angry, and she heads off to go and beat the shit out of the three fairies because they were too mischievous. They were too prankful. Hoes need to be slapped. And Cerno is the one to go out and do the slappening. The slappening is happening. Cerno, they beat the hell. Conari says, alright, Joe Tunathan, animator man, the fifth, I must bed for work tomorrow. And wake up at 5:30 a.m. Ciao, have fun doing your part. Alright. You'll see the art on the Discord tomorrow then. And then Marissa nukes Cerno. Yes. Fairies decide to go and play a game of chicken with the magician. Ironically enough, you mention a ordinary magician while her theme is playing. How ironic. Alright, blue. Alright, hopefully I get her right, because sometimes I draw her head too flat. Flat! Don't want to draw a head flat. Alright. Now you're gonna get that little swirl on her head. I like the dichotomy of when you wrap the hair around the face, because it rounds out their face and makes it small and nice and cute. Let me see. And then Marissa nukes Cerno. Cerno beats Marissa. Proves that the fairies are stronger than humans. Yes. Oh, hey, is this someone 45,356 music? Right. Yes, this is someone 45,356 music. Correctamundo. Marissa stole the precious government funds. Yes, she laundered the money. The precious government money. Because in Marissa's mind, money printer go burr. Just like her mini hack hero. I'm gonna move her hair forward. Yeah, probably should grab more of it. I'll go back. Wrap it around, grab that. Grab that. There we go. For you that are just joining in, welcome, welcome. This is the VoteFairy stream, the final VoteFairy stream for now at least. Until the vote is done, there's only about 1 day left on the polls. When the polls are closed and the results come out, I will be the one to go and look through and see how they came out. We will see it together. We will discover the truth. Was VoteFairy successful, or was it not? Will I get a good stretch? I'll be in that. I gotta go and get the chest beating and gotta keep that power going. I drank my battery acid before the stream, so it might run out. I might die in the middle of it due to running out of energy. I'm going to reposition that curl on her head, though. There we go. If you, I noticed that if you have like a hair, like for example, if you have like a head like this, see on how Lemontini's head shape? If you just do hair like this, for example, I did it like where it's like just a straight wraparound. The hair goes like this. But the bangs kind of just go like so, right? But I noticed that you can make a character design look a little bit more interesting. You have something like pop off the side like this. Just like that. I'm not demonstrating it well, but you get the idea. It's kind of like something pops off the side. It gives a little bit more of like a, oh, that looks different. Or even, maybe this is like the philosophy behind the ahoge. You know, like where they put like the giant quill on the head. Or something like this, where it's like you got a piece of hair that just goes like this. Yeah. We're learning here, boys. We're learning here, men. And then she uses money to Maku. Yes. Spell card money laundering. She may stole the government fund, but she can't steal them from the defense budgets. I'm sure she can. I'm sure she can. It's Marissa. Come on, come on. She could just walk up and steal shit. It's just how she be. It's just in her nature. Her nature is being a thief. You can't pull that out. You can't pull that out of that woman like. She may be small, but she takes that height disadvantage and turns it into her own advantage to go and sneak into places where she shouldn't be and just steal shit. Let's get rid of that. I want to see what I'm looking at. Green. Need green. There we go. There we go. Make it black. Go back to black. Back to black. Back in black. There we go. That's too much. Too much. Too much. I do also need to add their wings on, but I could probably do that last. Alright, I'm going to move Lemontini aside. I'm going to go and get rid of their frames, though. Let me zoom out a little bit. Sometimes this doesn't work 100% of the time, but when it does, it does. There we go. We'll do the same Tipsy. Same with the Tippy. I cut off her bow a little bit. Ah, nincompoop. Ah, bingus, dingus. Ah! Boop, ah! Alright. Move everything into the middle right here. Wipe my screen off. Got a little bit of dust, a little bit of spit on there. Because I'm talking so much, I'm talking right into my tablet, so everything just goes everywhere. Alright. How's our Tipsy looking? Let's clear it. Let's clean this up. She's looking good. She's looking okay. Pretty boss. Pretty fire. Though her head could be a little bit wider. On this side, in particular. In particular. Pick that up. Make it floofier. Floofy. Make the floof. Slowly go floof. There you go. Alright, Lemontini, you're next. The reason the defense budget is so high because Marissa gets half of it directly deposited into her bank account. That is true. Snake and frog. Who the hell is the third freak? What do you mean the third freak? Oh, you're talking about the third fairy. The third fairy is gonna be the red fairy. You get, I think, do I still have the poster? Yes, here it is. It's this, it's the generic red fairy. So we had the generic blue fairy in the middle, generic red fairy, and Lemontini. So technically we have 2 blue fairies and a red fairy. I kind of wish that Lemontini wasn't blue, because then if I had control over it, I'd make her green. Like green lemons. You ever had a green lemon? Calamansi? I had a hard time trying to conceive what a green lemon was, until I discovered the secret of green lemons. They're just unripened lemons. That's 100% certified tippy. Let's see. Unrelated, but I'm eating spaghetti. The entire thing has just stuck onto one massive ball. I'm just taking bites out of a disc of solid dough and sauce. You know, you could probably break it apart by heating it. That's normally what happens if like your spaghetti gets like that. That means that you probably reheated your spaghetti, or you pulled it out of a can, which I would not recommend. When it comes to consumption of spaghetti, I always recommend that you kind of make it yourself, because spaghetti out of a can or pre-made spaghetti, it ain't the best. I'm just saying. Because it normally tastes like SpaghettiOs, and I don't like the taste of SpaghettiOs. I don't eat SpaghettiOs anymore. It's too processed. It's too fake. Limes? That's a, was it in the middle, tipsy, she is a generic blueberry. Limes? No, green lemons. Green, I repeat, green lemons. In fact, let me tell you a story when I used to work retail. One time I was loading the shelves at the store, and this lady, she walked up to me, and you know what she told me? She walked up to me, bum, 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 and she said, "Hey, do you have any green lemons?" And I said, "No, we have regular yellow lemons. Are you looking for yellow lemons? Are you just being mistaken for green?" No, she said she wanted green lemons. And I said, "We have limes. You want limes? We have limes. We got key limes. And we got organic key limes, too, if you're spicy. And you want that spicy green lime that's organic." She said, "No, I'm looking for green lemons. And if you don't have any, I'm going to ask your manager to see if you have any green lemons." And I said, "Well, we could go over to the lemons and see if we have any green lemons." And I go and find her a green lemon. I hand it to her. And she said, "This isn't the green lemon I'm looking for." I'm like, "Woman, this is a green, unripened lemon. What else more do you expect from it?" And she left. She left disappointed, and I was confused. And I eventually discovered that apparently green lemons, it's just a type of like bastardized lemon species that just stays green. I was just like, but why? Apparently it's some kind of thing that Mexicans use for like certain types of alcohol. But then again, at the end of the day, that's what a key lime is. Key limes are made for alcohol, like tequila. But yet, I guess some people they just want green lemons. And I'm just like, bro, why not just, like, buy a lime? But no, apparently they just want green lemons. Some people, they just want the world. Some people just want green lemons. I'm pretty sure some people like, say Yasunori draw her with a green dress, so nothing's stopping you from giving her a deviously divine lime dress, actually. I mean, maybe. Lemon racism before Silk Song. Oh, no. I mean, like I said, some people, they just want green lemons. Some people just want to watch the world burn. I got a couple of, like, interesting stories that I could share from the times that I used to do retail. I mean, like, there are many people have interesting tales that they could do from retail. I mean, retail, it's an entirely different experience of the human genus to go into retail. You experience many things. You experience freaks. You experience geeks. You even experience bumps in the night when you're still awake and it's not nighttime and there's a light still hanging over your head. It's just that it's like 11 a.m. or 11 a.m., yeah, during the day. But that's what happens when you work at a place that's nicknamed Fort Apache and your store number is 113. You experience many things. Crazy things. Anyways, that's Lemontini. Let's get to work on our last fairy. This fairy is going to be carrying a helmet, and I don't know why, but that was requested by Con Artiste. So I need to go and get my main poster for reference. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Red fairy. It's like Tippy, but not Tippy. Alright, I'm going to change this back to green. I don't know why I use green to go and use my framing or general drawing. I guess just because it's a color that stands out a lot. Maybe that's why. Just like the green lemons. If I knew that I had green lemons at my grocery store, God, I would have been on it so quick, that lady would have had no confusion to go and deal with. But instead, I go for the lines of the key lines. And that one random-ass unripened lemon that you pull out of the box every once in a while. Don't get in the way between a woman and her green lemons. True and real. True and real. So, is red tipsy a lily white or a lily black situation? No, it's just a red fairy. It's like the green lemons. I'm gonna get this body formality down. There you go. This fairy wears different clothing too, so there's at least a deviation of design on this fairy. Even though she still has the exact same pattern that Tipsy has on her skirt, she wears different clothes. This design, by the way, I give credit to what's his name? I think it's C112 or something like that. He's the Iosis artist, but he made this design for the red fairy. I gotta find it first. Where did I put it? Where is it? Where are you? I need to find you. I think it's in this folder. But generally, it was a design made by C112, one of the Iosis artists, and I was like, hey, that's a good design. I'm gonna go with that. It's a good design. It's nice. It looks cool. It looks different. I could probably utilize this. God, where did I put it? Is it in here? Where did I put it? Is it in the Tippy folder or is it in the Fairy folder? Sometimes I get lost when it comes to these folders. I need to reorganize everything. I have too much stuff. This is Lemontini folder? Oh, here it is. I found it. All right, here it is. This is what it looks like. You see that? And then you see the fairy down at the bottom of the screen? We compare. You see, this is the design I'm going with. The only difference I did is I made the shoes blue. I removed the bow off the head. And I put the little zigzag stripes on her. So this is the design that we're going off of. It's a nice design. I rate it 10 out of 10. Would definitely fairy. All right, let us continue. Would definitely consider a unique fairy. I mean, technically, she is also nameless. She doesn't have a name. But I think it makes sense that this fairy doesn't have a name. I mean, technically, Tipsy wasn't supposed to have a name. I just gave her a name because people wanted to give her a name. People were initially calling her Rosalie because she carried a rose with her. A white rose. But then after that, I was like, you know what? Instead of having a community name her, I'll give her a name. That way, it feels a lot more personal. You know, like an OC should. So I decided to go and call her Tipsy, because she dies a lot. So you get tipsy, like a drunkard when you get beaten up, and you get jostled. When you get jostled real hard, you get a little tipsy. But I decided to add on the whole coin collecting thing to go and make it funny, because you know, like in America, we have this thing that's called tips. So people expect tips from you. Tipsy expects a tip of coinage every time she beats you. So if you don't have monies on hand, well, I'm sorry. She's just gonna get sad. Tipsy from the mom and pop dollar store. Yes, discount Tipsy. My favorite fairy is the unnamed mid-boss in Mystic Square because the one time her name was randomly localized to Jimbo. And I found that funny. Jimbo, real. Coca-Cola fairy. You know, maybe she could be the Coca-Cola fairy. Yeah, Coca-Cola fairy. That looks really cute. Yeah, she is so cute. I love her. She's the best Touhou fan character I know. Damn. That's deep. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that people like Tipsy. I was not expecting that people would actually even like her that much, due to that she's just legitimately a bullyable, like, what do you say? She was originally just supposed to be a running gag character, but enough people liked her to go and will her into this existence that she has now, and I like that. It forms a form of what do you say, like cohesions? No, that's not right. Maybe unity? No. A unified like for the fairy. It shows that people like the generic fairy. I think that's what it means. Alright, let's go and put this helmet in the hand. I need to see the helmet first from Starship Troopers. This one. I'll make it over here. Just make it a big circle, and then I can put the little ears on it. The ears or horns. Make it a double reference. Or, I guess, make it fitting inside the Touhou world? I think it's more accurate. There you go. I had to go and lock in on that one. Tulpa when? When people... Oh, what? I misread that. I remember people wanting to name Teeny Sugar Satellite and Circus Melody. I did hear those names before. I have heard of those. On Pixiv, I think she's just either called Gartic Phone Diusi or just Blonde Dye. Blonde Diusi. Tulpa... When enough people think of something, it becomes real. Yeah, pretty much Tipsy was willed into existence. Enough people wanted Tipsy to be real, so Tipsy is now just there. she vibes. Then also I decided to add in the canonical bullying lore to her, where it's like, in every Touhou game from Touhou's 4 to current, Tipsy is technically the generic blue fairy, the first generic blue fairy that you see in every single game. That's the lore that I came up with. That's a simple lore, so that way she could get, like, silently tied into the games. So it's kind of like, is Tipsy in the game? Technically, yes. Technically, no. Is she canon? Technically, yes. Technically, no. She's like the Schrodinger's OC or Touhou character or something like that. She's more Schrodinger than what do you say, Koish. Alright, let's get rid of this on the bottom. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that, so I'm not going to draw that side. I'll draw this side. Rule of the modeler. There we go. Tipsy will appear in 20.5. Trust. I mean, if there are fairies in 20.5, she's most likely there. That's how I see it. You don't really have to go and really, like, expect or, like, force Tipsy in there. She's just kind of just there. I like it that way. I like it that way, that she's not just, like, an official character or anything like that. Because I think she would lose a bit of her charm if she were an official character. She's supposed to be like a mob. Like a mob that just happened to go and get some attention. That nameless character that's just kind of there. That's what Tipsy is. Though obviously she does have a name, she has a personality and whatnot. She even has, like, some unique characteristics to her. But she just looks so generic that you can't tell the difference. So there you go. There is no declaration of war, so it's just a normal criminal. Wait, what? What? Is she a war criminal? Technically, yes. Technically, no. Depends on who you ask. What do you mean? What do you mean by this? You fiend! I'm gonna make this red. Right about here should work. And then I'm not going to be able to see the rest of the helmet because it's going to be pinned to the hip. And I agree to draw those lines after I get rid of it. There we go. Let's put our hand right here. Starting the index finger, going up on the top. A little bit less, a little bit less. We got some distance to go and clear. Tanahan. Red lemons. Ramu is a red. Ramu, a red lemon. Hello, please vote fairy, or else Tippy will cry. Yes. Or else Tippy will cry. A fairy cries every time you don't vote fairy. Let's get that thumb in there. Get that power stance. Fairy power. Fairy power. Fairly powerful. No, then again, this is rather close, so I could probably do like the fingers. Spread fingers. Spread fingers are always kind of hard to do when pressed onto a hip. At least for me. I'm gonna make this red so I can figure out where the hell everything's going. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping. I'm tripping. Tripping balls. I don't know why I can't get this hand right. Should I just cheat? I should cheat. I'm gonna cheat because I drew that fist. I could take that fist, steal it, and no one will ever know. Copy, copy, copy. Pasta. Color it black. Black. Kudo, kudo, kudo. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. I don't need these anymore, so I could use this as a frame of reference. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Ah, much better. See, and then I could trace over it, so I'm technically not doing 100% copy pasta. It's not 100% cheating. It's only like 75% cheating. Because truly, if you already drew it, and you know it's already going to be a copy clone of something you previously drew, what's stopping you from just like, you know, just taking it and just redrawing it again? Just saving some time. There we go. Clean that up. You know, that's going to be going behind the skirt. Ramu's father, Lemontini, the big question. Wait, what? Wait, what? Tipsy is peak character. This is why you should use all your votes on fairy. Fairy characters during the Touhou Popularity Vote 2025. Next year, I'll do Vote Fairy again, but next year I'll make an entire vote, a fairy slate, a fairy ticket. I think that's what I should do next year. I should do a fairy ticket, because normally I still do vote for my favorite Touhou waifus. Like I vote for Chibata, I vote for Yu. I vote for first name. I still need to draw that. AKA the Scrungly Bungus Chiari. Yeah, I still vote for my other favorite Touhou girls. But I think next year, if VoteFairy is successful enough, I will do VoteFairy again for the second time. And I will try to go harder on it. And I will try to go and make sure that other people hop in on the propaganda of VoteFairy. That way, it will be not just VoteFairy, but Fairy Ticket as well. So the Fairy Ticket, which would probably be, it would be the Fairy as the #1 slot. Maybe another lesser fairy, maybe probably either Diusi or Lily White as a follow-up vote. But I think it would just be like Fairy, Lily White, then Diusi, and then Cerno, and then like Clown Piece, and then your 3 mischievous fairies if you could fit them in there. Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. But the generic mob fairy must be the #1 on the ticket in order to truly change the Touhou popularity vote. Which I hope this year we actually see some unique and different outcomes in accordance to the previous years. Because like I said, every year it's always been Reimu and Marissa up at the top every single time. But this year, due to them changing how the number system works, maybe we'll see a different outcome. So... use VoteFairy subliminal messaging, put fairies in the news, put fairies in the tape, put fairies in the tap water. Okay. We're putting fairies in the tap water now. Next, we're going to hide fairies in the education system. Let me just scroll up a little bit. My hand is sticking to my screen. There we go. I was losing traction. I need to get a specific curve on that hair. Nope. Make it bigger and kind of push it down. Erase that. Yeah, maybe it's okay from the start. We'll just go back to that. Insert fairies into historical photos. The children yearn for the fairy vote. The children must learn about the fairies. Hide the fairies in the BPA-free plastic. Yes, the secret society of the Illuminati fairy. This is what that one secret boss from Touhou 20 must be freaking out about. She's not freaking out about the conspiracy theories. She's freaking out about the VoteFairy campaign and how successful it is. Which, by the way, I think it's going to be successful. I have confidence. I mean, then again, as the leader of the campaign, I must have confidence. If I don't have confidence, then no one else will. My confidence is that it's going to do well. Because generally, so far, I've been seeing a lot of people showing their support, whether small or big. A lot of people saying that they've done their part and voted fairy. And me, I'm just taken back by it. I'm surprised that there's so many people that have actually come out and say, you know what, I'll vote fairy. I'll vote fairy for the Touhou popularity poll. It's just like when I was going around advertising Vote Fairy at Touhou Fest. I was like, hey, do you want to go and vote fairy? And the guy's just like, yeah, I vote fairy. A whole bunch of people were just like, yeah, I'll vote fairy. I'll vote fairy. Of course, I had a couple of people that would say, no, I'm not going to go and vote fairy. Fairies are vile vermin that need to be exterminated like the cretins that they are. Like that kind of a deal. But me, I was just like, you know what? That's okay. If you don't want to vote fairy, that's perfectly fine. But you know, it'd always be good. You got 7 slots. It's like, listen, I know you don't want to vote fairy, but let me explain to you why you should. We'll grab that hair, wrap it around. There we go. Come on. There we go. This fairy has an ahoge. Cough, cough, Capus. Yeah. Wait, we can take the fairies home? What do you mean? What do you mean you take the fairies home? Evil fairies. No, the fairies not evil, Moku. Moko. Got a Moku stand. Overpopulation of fairies. I can become fairy. This changes everything. I'll give you one reason to vote fairy. Pulls a card. Okay. That's a little bit forceful. But I'm very sure it'll convince people. But not in a good way. It might trigger Denmaku fights and might cause an incident. But it would be hilarious. I think the most hilarious thing that could happen. It would be legitimately something that would make my jaw drop to the floor. Is if the fairy gets spot number 1 in the vote. That would make me go freaking mental. I would not know what to do as a result of that even happening. What kind of celebration could I even do if they reach point number 1? Surpassing not only the Cerno, but the Reimu and the Marisa? That would be insane. But I know it's not going to happen. That's why the goal is to go and just break 100. If we could break 100, we made a difference by passing 70 places. But breaking into spot number 1, that would be significant. Now, that aside, imagine the community response to seeing the success of the Vote Fairy campaign. That would be hard to imagine, because that would catch even Zun's attention. It would catch Touhou Lost Words' attention. Because apparently Touhou Lost Words sometimes pays attention to the polls, and they normally make a corresponding release of a new girl or an update of an existing Touhou girl to go and promote for Lost Word. Imagine that they decide to go and do something with the generic mob fairy. I mean, we already apparently have Blue Archive that decided to go and make the mob girl a thing. So it's imagine that, but with the just a generic fairy. That'd be hilarious. It would be a very perplexing experience. Let's see. We only need one fairy to beat the girl. Wait, Joe Toon, aren't you already mental? Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Heavy emphasis on maybe. Heavy emphasis on maybe. Yes, indeed. Indeed. I mean, like I said, these are only speculations and hopes and dreams. And they'll probably stay that way, which is perfectly fine. I'm not expecting, like, the best results. Don't get me wrong. But I am expecting something. I'm expecting breaking 100. That's what I am. That's what I'm doing. Maybe getting 99th place. Fine by me. Maybe getting maybe getting 80th place. Still fine by me. I mean, looking through the results of the polls, normally not that many people vote for these characters. And if a vote as a number 1 slot counts as 3 points, I mean, that's 3 points added on, plus a vote in general. I mean, I myself have been putting out support works in order to go and ensure that people catch attention to the VoteFairy, and even the people that are in charge of the polls know that there's some kind of VoteFairy thing going on. So, let's get Fairy to top 10. I can only hope. The only issue is that I did not manage to convince anyone on the Japanese side to go and VoteFairy. So this is primarily Western side that's pushing it. I don't know any Japanese people. I do know Japanese Touhou artists, but I don't talk to them enough to go and like get them rallied on the VoteFairy stuff. I think next year I'll try to go and get in contact with more Japanese artists in order to go and see if I could go and convince them to go and VoteFairy. So I think that would be the idea. The idea would be convincing Japanese artists to go and VoteFairy. I was trying to go and convince Na, the Touhou animator that makes the SpongeBob cartoons, to go and try and convert the poster that I made into Korean, so the Korean people can go and join in, but unfortunately he never did. He said he was going to, but he didn't. Made me sad, but that's okay because he wanted to do it, but he never did. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. It's just how it be. I'm not going to force him to do it. You got to do it out of your own volition. That's how VoteFairy works. You could say it's biological, organic, and grassroots, just like fairies. They're a beaming token and example in nature. How do you even promote fairy on Japan? The easiest way is by trying to go and get yourself into like Japanese Twitter, which I kind of am. I kind of am in part of Japanese Twitter already. Imagine being some random Japanese Touhou fan and opening the Touhou vote to see Fairy on the #1 spot. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because the Japanese community is the largest community. I mean, it only makes sense. The game is for Japanese people. So, it only makes sense that the Japanese would have a big stronghold on the realms of VoteFairy, or of the vote in general, the Touhou popularity poll. They have the largest say because they're the largest part of the community. Go figure, they're the oldest part of the community and the largest part, because obviously that's where Japan is, where Taisai happens. That's where, well, Touhou comes from, native language. You know, tomato, tomato. You add it up. You add it up. It's one and the same. What if Mr. Beast gave $1,000 to every person who votes fairy? That would be voter fraud. That's bartering. That's legal. I am not one for the voter fraud. I'm not like that Sanyo, the Sanyo simp that wanted to go and make sure that Sanyo became #1. Yeah, I'm not pro voter fraud. I'm pro doing things the right way. Doing things the right way, the correct way, the easy, the natural way. Yeah. I want the boss lady to reach top 10. What, Yamazandu? Yamadandu? Perk her wings up. Get those night wings up and standing. draw a second wing right here. Or actually, wait, I could probably just duplicate them, I think. No. No. No, 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 no. I could get it. There we go, I got it. Oh. Nothing's illegal if you try hard enough. God damn it. Laundry! You can't pay people to vote for you. That's illegal. Yes. I'll call it campaigning donation. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We got some vote rigging people in the chat. Jesus Christ. What do you think about the Touhou 20 character designs? There's a lot of bare feet. There is a lot of feet inside that game. I'm sorry. That and also, the modern Touhou designs, I don't know. I'm like kind of torn in between them. Characters like, I like the design of obviously I like the design of Nareko. The Snake Woman, I forgot her name. I keep on forgetting her name. The names escape me. But I know the AI Woman. AI Woman, she has an interesting design. I thought she kind of looked like Elvis Presley for a few moments when I first encountered her. But now I look at her, she looks kind of crazy, kind of edgy. She kind of looks like a OC from DeviantArt, like back in the early 2000s. Because she's so edgy. But, I mean, I'm okay with that type of design. I think, like, with character designs like Ubame, though, and even, like, Chimney Changa, I think their designs are a little bit exhausted at this point. Like, the isometric dress has already been used on Nemuno and Sunbaiten. And now we have it on Ubame. Granted, she is one of the mountain hags, one of the mountain grannies. And Nemuno is also a mountain granny. Sunbaiten's a monkey. But I think that type of design is kind of exhausted at this point. Also, I think Zun needs to start putting shoes back on his girls. I don't like looking at the bare feet. Put those dogs away. That's what I'm like. But I do like the design. Unfortunately, I do like the design of, frickin', what is it, Torihime. Torihime. Because she has the essence of a traditional Touhou character with the mob cap and the semi, like, gothic Lolita art style or clothing. It harkens back to the original, like, Touhou designs, even though she's a pre-existing character and she's technically nothing new in the books of Touhou. Also, she's an absolute asshole, so she really looks like an OC. Yes, she does. Alright, let's get the wings on. Let's raise them up. There we go. Lonely mountain ladies. Oh. Zungang kind of freaky with all the new who's, with striped weppies. Steppy weppies. Oh, okay. Bros in the feet. Bros in the feet. Shame this man. Shame this man. He's in the feet. Monkey. Toyohime. Yorihime is her sister. Yes. Yorihime, literal plot armor character. Yes. Literal Deus Ex Machina. Incarnate. Practically a Mary Sue. Every time I see a monkey character in a video game, I can't stop myself from looking like, monkey. I hate loonies. I hate them so much! She came to our house and needed our help to solve her mess. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Touhou 20 be like that. What do you think about the music? I do like the music. Some of the tracks inside the game do harken... Oh, what about the music? What about the music? You asked that twice. I'm more of a hand guy, honestly. Okay, bro. But no, the music in the game is okay. I don't have many problems with it. Though I do prefer Stage 2's music. Chimichanga's music stage is pretty lit. I would say also it's like Stage 6's music is good. Even though Stage 6 is probably like one of the easiest Stage 6's I've ever seen in a Touhou game. Like, they hurl so many items at you. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then this fairy... I'm putting the wings on last, by the way, so that's why I'm doing it like this. This fairy has butterfly wings, so I gotta be careful on how big I draw them. See, it's funny because all the fairies inside Touhou have different wings. They always have different wings. Not all of them are the same. Dog, look, a big ass monkey. Dog, look, a big ass monkey. Unrelated, but is Shimmy the haggest of the whole Touhou cast? What, is because she says the quote kids these days? Maybe. I would probably say Obama is, because she's literally the king or queen of the hags. She's the king of the hags. She's slay. Yeah, she's the queen of the mountain hags. I think that relegates her to be more haggy. More haggish than Chimichanga. Though Chimichanga herself is pretty haggy. I mean, she has that little tiny phrase quote of kids these days. Like, Chimney, what do you mean? What do you mean, Chimney? Importing! There you go. Let's go and get our colors in here. Mitsubishi colors. Uh-oh. That's a good anime. Alright. Let's start out with tip C. Let's get those tippet colors. Oh wait, I also need to color in these outlines. I was like, Tipsy would be looking a little freaky.
I don't know, something be looking a little off there. Someone says she's green.
There we go. Oh. we close those. I think that's one of the best things about MS Paint is that the coloring can be kind of easy if you're just doing a single color, which I like to do single color. I don't like doing too much complex colors inside MS Paint. Then it starts taking way too long to make a drawing. I like Noreko, she's cute. I do like Noreko. I think Noreko's like my favorite design. Well, I do like between the Snake Woman and Noreko, I think those are my two favorite designs. Even though Noreko's just a British officer's uniform. At least she's just like, not like, isometric granny dress. Sage my head, grandpas these days know nothing about the war of 1355. What youngsters? Oh, okay. I hate when my Wacom pen gets sharp. Ooh, that's bad. That's when you start scratching your screen. That's no good. You're green now. That's my ability. Become green. Wow, 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 wow. I need to fill that in. I need to do it right now, or else I will suffer dire consequences. There we go. We are making chef's kiss fairy propaganda. That's what we are doing. It is what I must do. I hate when my... Oh, okay. Noreko, solve my riddle, ChatGPT. What's the answer? What's the answer, ChatGPT? I had that happen today at work. This is what I was talking about earlier about the guy that could not help himself. Legitimately, I had to go and change a fuse in a car. And the guy's just trying to figure out how to go and change a fuse in a car by asking, like, an AI helper bot to go and ask him, like, hey, Grok, how do I change a fuse in the car? I just tell him, bro, listen, ChatGPT ain't gonna fix the car for you. You have to do it yourself. And he just looked at me confused. Like I just said something like Harambe or something like that. He didn't get my draft. Grok, is this true? People have gotten so dumb already. And AI hasn't even been around that long. And people are starting to get stupider. It saddens me. People are falling for the mediocrity of the slop. The slop AI. Wrong curse of raw. Grok, is ChatGPT a reliable source? As a guy who's terminally online, I see this a lot on Twitter. People just asking, like, Grok or ChatGPTs, like, or the common thing is like, Grok, is this true? That this is real? And then Grok will just give you the most obvious answer. Sometimes fabricated, sometimes actually real. But a lot of the time, it's just like, just look it up yourself. Just do your own research. Instead of having like this AI do it for you, just do your own research. Read, or actually read. You know, sometimes you can find it inside the news article. If you just read. People are forgetting how to read. Granted, I have the reading capacity of an elementary school child, but at least I make the attempt of reading. Like reading Gensokyo Odyssey to you out loud poorly. I have that going for me. Unless it's like a random bullshit wall of text, I'm not reading that. I'll use an AI to read it for me. I'm sorry. Like when I had to go and read up about the secret information about what went wrong with Touhou Fest this year. It's like there were so many words. I was like, you know what? I'll let it slide this time. I'll let the bot read it to me. But just once. Never again. Never again shall it read sweet nothings of Touhou Fest controversies into my ears. Bot is good for a quick answer, but it's definitely better to do actual research for larger subjects. Correct. Wrong. Oh, okay. Throws a handful of sand at your eyes. Got to work tomorrow. Good night, Jotun. All right, you have a good night. You have a good night, fellow chatter. Sweet dreams. Dream of fairies winning the vote. Fairies being successful in the VoteFairy campaign. VoteFairy. I need to move this. I need to move her wings. Now I need to move the fairy. Here we go. One wing. And we grab her again. Wait, I'm gonna move this. Move that first. Yes. Let's make those wings even. Have it stick out a little bit. There we go. There we go. We'll put her face on last. She will remain as a faceless, nameless fairy. Unknown origin. Who is this? Who is this mysterious fairy? Also, I don't want to forget about the flowers. Those are important too. What if you're just too lazy to do research? I mean, you shouldn't be lazy to do research. I mean, unless it's like a subject that you're not very interested in or really care to learn about, and you just need like the information now, I would say so. But if you're like trying to do it for like any academic purposes, I highly recommend that you don't, because then you learn absolutely nothing. One does not simply evolve their train of thought through external assistance. For that, you will constantly be handheld, and you will learn nothing, and you will gain nothing. You will be essentially the rolling stone that gains no moss. The moss being the curls and furrows and creases on your brain. You will be eternally smooth-brained. And I don't want my chat to be smooth-brained. Smooth brain bad. Having your brain look like a fresh piece of chicken, that's no good. It's no good. Chicken breast brain bad. Curly, ruffled, wrinkly, good. Good brain. chicken breast, no good. No bueno. Mucho no bueno. Take up that color. There we go. Vote boss lady because I said so. Who's boss lady for you? Who's this boss lady? There are many boss ladies inside Touhou. Dream of VoteFairy to spread the campaign to Doremi. Not a single voter goes unadvertised to. Correct. Even in your dreams, you must fight to go and vote Fairy. The fight goes on. The struggle within. There we go. Thankfully, Lemontini is not too hard to color in. There's not much to her design. She's just Diusi. Pretty much just Diusi, but smaller. Ain't no one gonna be outsizing Diusi. She is too big. She is Diusi. Let's see. Let's get her flower stick color in there. Next, let's go and grab this color. You may not see it, but it's an eggshell color I like so much. It's just on the schematics. All it is I think it's hue minus 10. Hue minus 10, yes, 160. So nice. So crisp. Very utility. Wow. Much wow. Alright. Alright, let's go move this wing. I'm going to move this wing up. Let's get out of the way. Let's grab our Lemontini. Scroll her over here and detach her wing. That looks about right. And now, grab the next wing. I think I'm making good time here. I mean, I started at, I think, like 6:30, 7. No, I think it started around like 7. It's like 6:45-ish. But it's going to be 9. We're almost done. We are almost done. Because I got Tippy Tip done. I got Lemontini done. All that's left is the Red Fairy. And Red Fairy should be pretty easy to color in. The Red Fairy has green wings for some reason. I don't know why, but she does. Alright. I want to unify this color. Nope. Nope. Okay. Make it blue. Make it red. Make it green. And make it black. Insert this magical combination in order to go and get the color results that you want on your outlines. Hell yeah! Oh wait. I say hell yeah as I'm messing up my drawing. Congratulations! I know. Okay. Red Fairy. The helmet will need to be a unique color, so I'm going to have to go and figure that out when I get to it. I always imagine that Lemontini, even among the fairies, is like Garbage Pail Kids. Wait, what? Without the zigzag, looks like Shizuha. It looks like Shizuha, but with long hair. But we could change that. We'll make her fairy. Become fairy. Let's see, how do I want to connect this? Big and chonky. Chonky zigzags. The largest, biggest chonky zigzags you have ever seen. There's no chonkier zigzags than on this fairy. There we go. Put those lines in there. Connect that up. Alright. Next thing's next. Let's go and get in those extra colors. Skin tone. Flesh tones. Get the fleshy flesh. Alright, helmet. This helmet is going to be what you say. Think of like a. It's gonna be like a yellowish. Desaturated go. Or is it blue? No, it's like a yellowish color. A little bit more gray. There we go. And then I can use that backup color and put that in the helmet. Hey, yo, there we go. Hey, yo, there we go. Nice. I could even, you know, I could even put the little, like, stripe on the helmet, too. Yep. Go up and down and around the helmet. Because this is a conform texture. Whoa. That means that the texture must match with the shape of the object that it's wrapping around. I fail to understand why I find phrases like poopy head and doggadoo so funny. I don't know. Maybe because you have the mentality of a child. There you go. But then again, I'm the kind of guy that finds the fart with extra reverb still funny. And that meme is about 2 years old now. I don't know. When it happens at random, it gets me. It just gets me. It pulls my leg. And when my leg gets pulled, I laugh. I roll. My sides, elevated. Alright, there we go. I put a little zigzags on the helmet to go and match with the fairy. That way it's still a fairy. It's still fairy. It's a fairy helmet. There we go. You can get rid of this. Oh, actually, wait. No, I'll leave it there because I need their eye colors. Pre-save. Alright, so first off, let's go and draw their faces on. We'll save the best for last. So we'll start with this one. Make it green. Gotta even them out a little bit. Don't want to make them uneven. Uneven eyes look weird. To be honest, that meme is revolutionary, especially when using massive explosions or shockwaves after a long build-up. Rebirth Fart is funny to me too. True. I still, like I said, I still find it funny. It still gets me. If it's done right. It has to be done right though. It can't just be spammed. If you spam it, it loses its ability. It loses its ability to be funny. This not be the size of the weapon. This how you use it. This not be the size of the weapon. It is how you use it. I think it's a little bit more accurate. Yeah, but it is definitely how you use it. How you use the meme is very dependent on how you make it funny. Yeah, my cable to my headphones is wrapping around me. I'm getting strangled by it. It's like a constrictor. Come on, let's get that other circle on there. My enemy is drawing circles and I encounter at the end too. Let's see, is she looking at the viewer? Kind of. Might need to dip them down just a little bit, but it's good. Though I might need to move this eye a little bit. Narrow those eyes. There we go. Ruin my drawing, yes. I don't need this. I don't need you. I'm gonna have to fix that. Nothing in an elbow grease kind of fix. Color that in black. Oh, wait. Before I do that, let me go and clean this out. Let me do some cleaning. Gotta clean it up. Don't want some extra lines to be in the way. They're going to ruin things down the road. There we go. And then I could just color this in black. Put those flesh tones back in. Ooh, wait. Let me go and mark out the eyes first. Oh, wait. Other way around. Other way around. Reverse ideology. Yes, I think so. Alright, let's go and grab our eye color. Where's our eyes? Where are the eyes? I need that blue. It's over there. It's over there. I moved it. Bring it back. There you go. Proud fairy. Standing tall. Standing proud. She's proud because she did her part. She voted fairy. That's the face of a fairy that voted fairy. I've ever seen one. Alright. On to the next one. Lemon teeny. That fairy looks like it would empty my bank account on purpose. Goddamn. Not the quantity of the fard, but the quality of it. True. True and real. Hi again. Draddy, why you keep on popping in and out? What's up with you? Alright, let's go and get our eyes in there. Get a happy smile. Smug faces for everyone today. I imagine that Lemontine is one of those anime girls that do like the open mouth pose a lot. There we go. This is a good Lemontini face right here. Right here. We got a good Lemontini. I'm gonna remove this color. Okay. Other way. I need to put the color in first. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put color in her eyes. Alright, let's just close them up. Yeah, green. Good, good, good. Late to ask, who's the fairy in red? The fairy in red is legitimately just a red fairy. Yep. An excellent chef has answered your question.
Served on silver platters. Yes, exquisite.
I wonder if you've drawn Flameno before. Well, judging by how I can't pronounce the name and don't know what it is, I obviously have not. Care to elaborate on who this is? Who is this scrumbly individual? Is this like another OC or something that I don't know of? Flameno is a inverted Cerno. Fire Cerno. I've seen her a few times. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I just didn't recognize the name. Normally it's just called Fire Cerno or just Red Cerno. I'm gonna fix her tongue. Looking weird. Looking a little odd. A little off-putting, a little uncanny. Ugh. There we go. Better. I was a little zoomed out. I could probably do better with the eyes. Maybe a repositioning of this eye. Wait, no. Wow. Come on, let's get it on. Get it on. There we go. That way she's looking a little bit more to the viewer. The initial one, she was a little bit on the cross-eyed side. So now I repositioned her eye. Now it looks different. When you're working with the dots in the eyes, sometimes the positioning of them, very important. Must stress it upon you. The dots, wherever they go, wherever they stand, can change on how the character looks. All right, best one for last. The Tippleton. The Tippy of Tip. Get those big bricks on her face. Might be a little bit on the high side. Let me see. If I zoom out. It's a little bit high. I might need to drop it down just a touch. Right about here. Fire spicy Cerno? Like ice spice? Is this like when you put like tahini on an ice cream pop or something like that? I find that kind of weird. I'm not a fan of spicy fruit. I'll make exceptions though. Like throwing fruit into like a spicy ceviche with like shrimp and stuff. I'm okay with that. I'm weird. I'm weird like that. It's like pineapple on pizza. I'm perfectly fine with that. I like pineapple on pizza. But spicy fruit? I don't know. I have to make exceptions for it. There we go. We got a happy tippy. Happy, proud tippy face. That dot's throwing me off. There we go. My spice tolerance is non-existent, unfortunately. Oh, so I'm guessing that you can't tolerate spiciness. You can't handle the heat. You're one of those types of people that just can't handle heat. I mean, at one point in time, I thought I couldn't handle heat, and then I did like the chip challenge and ate a Carolina Reaper at the same time, and then after that I realized, you know what, maybe spicy food isn't that bad. But then after that I realized that, you know what, maybe spicy food still sucks. Nothing destroyed my stomach faster than eating both of those things at the same time. I'm going to correct something over here. Popcorn, best snack forever. Oops, all fairies. I love spicy popcorn. Spicy popcorn's okay, though for me, it could get, I don't know, it could get too much for me. I'm weak. I'll be honest. Tipsy's head isn't wide enough. I might need to widen her head. Time to perform surgery on Tipsy. We're doing it. Right there. I want to go and remove the colors first. Maybe recolor in her hair too. I gotta leave her cheek detail on. Alright, here we go. There we go. Had to widen it by a couple of pixels. Not too much. But it was enough that I had to go and backtrack on some coloring. Some coloring scheme, but not all of it. We are here to elevate, not to destroy. Okay, maybe a little bit of destruction, but it is necessary to break a few eggs in order to make an omelet, Jack. Can't fret over every egg. There we go. Much better. I'm gonna. There we go. Alright. Last things last. We got our fairies. Now we just do the flowers. Nanomachines, Tipsy. I would say that adding spiciness to a dish that I already like gets in the way of enjoying it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends. It really depends on how much spice there is. If there's like too much spice, I can't enjoy the food. Because like sometimes like even like I'm a soda drinker kind of guy, so I like to drink my corn syrup. But when I drink my sodas, I like to taste the sodas. If I eat something that's too spicy, I can't taste the soda anymore and I get sad. But sometimes there's food that's way too spicy and I just can't taste it. And I'm just like, there's too much spice. I can't taste it. I don't like it. But when there's just the right amount of spice and it plays in contrast, or no, it complements. It plays in complementary to the food that I'm consuming. There you go. That's ace. The memes, the DNA of the soul. Yes. I'm making those petals way too huge. There we go. This should work. Around this size. Okay, maybe it's still too huge. Shrink that down a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. And even more. Shrinking. Make it tiny. Tiny. There we go. Gotta go and get that flower energy going. Big flower. Alright. I'll probably sneak a little leaf on the back of it. Big leaf by the me. It was not a tiny leaf, it was a massive one. I'm not probably going to put detail on the leaf itself. Not necessary. It's not going to be shown. But this is good. Everything closed off? No, which is not. I need to make sure that everything's closed off in order to use a fiddle bucket. Yeah, it's gonna flashbang me. With the incorrect color. Of course. Of course. There we go. There we go. Ayo, there we go. Now, next, I'm going to grab this. There we go. That way we can show that she is holding the flower. She is a fairy. She must hold flower. Like all the other fairies. There we go. I can save that. I'm going to move these two fairies out of the way. And the last flower that I need to make is for Lemontini. I'm not sure if... I don't think I'm going to give her a flower. She has a helmet on. Maybe I could put a tiny flower on the helmet. Like, strapped to the side. Like a tiny flower. I'll put a tiny flower in the helmet. That's all I'll do. That's all I'll do. We'll keep the flower consistency. We're just about done here. Alright, and this is a lemon flower. So we gotta go... Not a green lemon flower, but just a regular flower. 5 petals. They're kind of thin, kind of narrow. So I have a lemon tree in my backyard, so I know this for reference. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about lemons. You can't fool me with the green lemons. You can't. Come on, come on. There we go. Maybe move it out a little bit further. Yeah. Connect everything together. When you at the. Damn, that's a tongue twister. You almost got me on that. But too bad, because I was at the, when I was at the. Can't fool me! Oh. Well, that fooled me. There we go. There you go, there you go. Mucho better. Now we grab our Lemontini. We just scroll her up to the top. Where? The tippy top. I need to get this lasso tool out. I need to turn off the lasso tool. There we go. Back to the rectangular selection tool. I'm going to keep these 3 fairies separated. Make it easier for assembly. I'll just save this as a new save. And we'll do a save as. We're going to go into the Tipsy folder this time. And we will call this... Actually, no, I'll save it here. Fairy Paganda 1 _ 1. And now we're going to save as Fairy Paganda 2. Alright. This is in the event case if I mess up and don't do it right. Or if it just doesn't look good, then I can go and reassemble everything into like Clip Studio Paint and do it there, like resizing characters, which I can't do properly inside this program. Oh man, it's covering the flower. No. Maybe if I reposition. But then it'd be height scaling and look weird. But then again, Lemontini's flower is big. And get some space in here. Nope. Also, I should put the flower on her helmet very quick. Yeah, I'll do that very quick. Very quick. Put a rosebud on there. Put some duct tape on there. Secured with the most secure duct tape that you've ever seen. Let's take the screen. Save that. All right. Let's get our reassembly on. Let's do this again. There you go. Now you can see the helmet a little bit better. And yeah. Her eyes, they were not colored in, so you get to see the anti-aliasing in the background. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll do a save as 3. I think the only one I have to fix is the red one. The red one. There we go. See, look, they've done their part, and you should do yours too. To VoteFairy! It is the only option. It is the one and true option. There's no other options. Okay, maybe there is. But there are no other options. But to VoteFairy, it is the answer. And with that, I think that calls it a good stream today. We didn't have any blips or hiccups on the what do you say? On the internet connection. The internet connectivity stands strong today. Clean my screen off. I will come back and I will probably go and do some further editing to this to go make it look a lot more privy and up to the status of this image right here. Probably putting like the flower petals in the background, a little halo going around the characters and whatnot. I think that'll look good. As well as also probably readjusting the sizes of these three characters. So, a vote is a vote for this country. The stream did not go kaput. No, it did not. It gives me hope that the stream hasn't died in a while. So, I think next time when I return, I think I might continue on with Gensokyo Odyssey or Touhou Volleyball. Maybe a little bit of both. But generally, do your VoteFairy, indeed. Indeed. But other than that, I think that's gonna go and conclude it for today. We got our VoteFairy Tippy Fairy propaganda going up right here, and I'll post it later today once I go and make it look good. Make it look better than it currently does. Hashtag VoteFairy, indeed. Alright, so let's go to the ending screen, boys. I'm so glad that you guys can go and hop in and join in on this stream today. I hope you guys have a good day, evening, morning, or nighttime, wherever you are. And I'm so glad you could go and VoteFairy if you did. Till then, I am Joe Munafuda, saying, let the fairy win. Let the fairy go far. VoteFairy, stand strong. I muted the wrong thing. I was supposed to mute my mic, but I muted the music instead. Whoopsie doopsie. I'll let this music play out.